Tonight, Jordan Collins Sr., the father of a Columbia Heights teen found dead in a metro area landfill, is now charged with murder in connection with his son's death. The charges just filed this morning. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Nelson.
And I'm Rena Sargentopoulos. Collins Sr. is back in the Anoka County Jail right now after making his first appearance in court today.
And charging documents are unveiling new disturbing details about the teenager's death. Lou Raguse was in the courtroom today with more on these new developments and the rare request that Collins made. Lou?
Julie and Rena, Jordan Collins demanded a speedy trial. That's something defendants do on rare occasion when they're arrested amidst an ongoing investigation, and potentially not all the evidence has been collected yet. We also learned that police arrested him when they did because they were afraid he was about to flee the state.
Horrifying details in the criminal complaint charging Jordan Collins Sr. with killing his son Manny lay out some of the evidence against the father. The 16-year-old was staying at his dad's Columbia Heights apartment on May 8th. That's the last place anyone saw him alive. When police searched the University Avenue unit 1 week later, they say they found blood staining and several butcher hunting-style knives. Also, pieces of mattress covering and carpeting were missing. According to the complaint, Jordan Collins gave police contradictory statements, claiming he cut the mattress and carpet to clean up his own blood, despite DNA testing only finding Manny's blood in the apartment.
The things that stand out to the important evidence are the fact that we have a person who's making some statements that are not borne out by the physical evidence at the scene.
Former prosecutor Paul Young analyzed the court papers for KARE 11 News. He says it's important to remember not all the details come out immediately. Notably missing is the suspected motive.
Motive is something that can be elusive, and sometimes that's one of the most disappointing things in the pursuit of justice from the perspective of the prosecution is the why question for victims.
Young notes that the investigation itself is not complete. The complaint notes preliminary autopsy results showing Manny was decapitated by a knife, but test results are still coming in. Collins today putting the prosecution on the clock by demanding a speedy trial.
As a charged defendant, you can force the state to go to trial quicker than others by saying you demand a speedy trial.
Police made their move on Collins on Monday after he allegedly pulled $1,300 cash from the bank with plans of leaving Minnesota.
Now, a lot of factors still at play in the criminal case. The prosecution already filed their intent to ask for an aggravated sentence, and if they believe this murder was premeditated, they can convene a grand jury to indict on first-degree murder. Attorney Paul Young tells us that if Collins doesn't change his mind on this speedy trial request, he'll need to plead not guilty at the next hearing, and at that point, a 60-day clock will begin for the state. The trial will have to happen in that time.
So we might never know a motive. I mean, it certainly will never make sense.
Right.
But anything that led them to understand how he initially died or why he was found in such a gruesome state, any more evidence that they collected?
No, actually, most of the other evidence that's referenced has to do with the timing because they looked at the cell phones, and Manny's cell phone turns off at a certain time. Well, Jordan's cell phone also turned off, according to the complaint, throughout that day. And a lot of his comments about saying that he called Manny to see where he was, they couldn't find any of those calls until after police went to talk to him.
Oh, wow. Such a disturbing case.
Yep.
Thank you, Lou.